Thank you so much for trusting me to read for you. I'm really looking forward to reading for you. Today, we're going to be doing a message from a past loved one. We're going to be doing inner child self care, and then we're also going to be doing some charms. I really want to start with the charms because I feel like that's going to give us a lot of insight. So, normally for my readings, I read like this person, or I say like use general terms. Your mom actually wants me to say your mom and your dad. She wants it to be very evident that they are messages from her. Your dad is here, but doesn't really want to participate, but knew that you needed that. So they are both here, which I think is really special. So your mom specifically, when we started talking about doing this, was very talkative, really wanted you to know some things. The biggest thing was that she did not expect to leave, just like you did not expect her to leave. Also, there's this feeling of sadness of not like physically being there while your daughter is growing up, like specifically being at her wedding and her graduation, like a lot of the really big events. That's something that you are both mourning the loss of. I will try not to cry during this reading, but I'm not going to promise you anything. Her love is very, very strong. Um, she earlier when I was like getting ready and I was like meditating and connecting, she was like, "Well, I never thought I would be doing this before." Like she has this beautiful sense of humor and um is very like happy where she is and is really excited to do some spiritual work. Like she's seen things in a different perspective than ever before. Um, and understands you in a way that she never understood you before. Um, Very specific in that. But the biggest piece I feel is just the idea of I need to give her messages about my granddaughter. So we're going to start with charms. So for a charm reading, we're going to just shuffle everything. And I just kind of pull them out. All right, we got a lot of things going on here. So I'm going to lift this up so that you can see where things landed, how they landed. I'm going to move things back out. And move the box. I think that's what's kind of making it not focus on this. Just have to move really slow. Okay. I just want you to be able to get a viewpoint. We're going to go over each and every one of them. It's really zooming in. Very eager, super eager. She has been since we started talking. She's been saying, "Why aren't you doing this yet?" I was like, I have to get everybody in order first. Lots of messages. All right, so we're going to get started. So just give me one moment to kind of look at them, see how things fell. So the thing that sticks out to me right away is this one here. Now this says, "It takes a big heart to teach little minds." And I feel that that is one of the biggest things that she's wanting to talk about with teaching and telling you these things and these messages. It's really interesting. I want to show you. It's going to move for a moment. The word "she" is right in the middle. Can you see that? In the middle of everything. So basically, like the message that I really feel is like a lot of these messages are going to be like I feel that you're going to be a spectacular mom. I feel that your daughter is the center of your universe, and your mom is actually really happy about that. So she's letting you know there are going to be some struggles. There are going to be things that are coming up soon, actually. I feel that there is, so this plane is on top of the word but. Like you have a plan for travel or moving or doing something differently, but the plane is like upside down and it's contingent on things working out a certain way. So she's really wanting to let you know that it is important for you to speak your truth because right now this is the throat chakra and it was upside down. So there's some things that you are not being open with. You're not able to really talk about how you're feeling about something. And in some instances, you just don't have the energy to talk about it. Like you are really trying to just focus on what's important and what you can do because this was such a blow and it's such an unexpected experience that she knows that you're not talking about things. You're not having conversations with people that would be able to help you through the mourning process. And some of that is because it is difficult when someone passes away because the people around you who love you lost the same person. So sometimes our structure isn't there as much because we are kind of trying to protect other people. But she's really wanting you to talk about things. So once again, so this right here is a little piece of a train. It's one of the cars that goes in the side. So there's more about travel. Okay, so she's really wanting us to talk about. So on my camera, when the camera zooms in on something, I pull clarifying cards, and there was just nothing there. So I'm gonna pull a message from the oracles of past loved ones. These are cards that are like I've channeled other people, and these are some of the most likely messages that come in. So that one just fell on the floor. So let's pull that up here. Okay, kindness. I always remember your kindness. And I feel that that is something that it's really interesting too because the card is blue as well. There are some things that you need to say and only you are going to be able to say them. And you're going to be really kind about the things that you need to say because this is like a message like every time you had to deal with something, you were really kind about it. And that's something that she's letting you know, hey, be kind because it will be beneficial to you in getting these things moved forward that you want to have move forward. All right, so then the next part, I feel that there is something that is locked to you. This is the little green lock. She's letting you know that when things don't move forward the way you're wanting them to move forward, it's okay. Because she's really trying to keep you from these things that are going to kind of like explode in your face. Um, so then the next one is this is glass houses. Like you need to watch out for people who are kind of telling you what to do or how to heal or how to go through this experience because the person who you've been kind of like getting advice to or from has not healed all the way as well because when we looked at that the house was not upright in the way it should be. So one of the messages that I'm feeling is you want to let people be who they are. People around you are grieving in a certain way and they're grieving in the right way. I feel like this actually has a lot to do with your daughter. Let her do the things that she naturally is doing and not only let her do them, but take part in them. Like if you hear your daughter talking to your mom, talk with her. If your daughter is really open and very like um clairvoyant and is able to see these things. She's actually already communicating with your mom. So some of that insight is going to come to you through your daughter. Your daughter is incredibly happy. You have done a really good job with relationships with her. This is the chakra charm for the sacral chakra, which is where our relationships reside. And she's very happy. So I'm going to pick up, we have the number 6 on here. I feel that there are people around you who are not giving you the space that you need. There are people who are asking you for things. There are people who are trying to connect with you. You do not need to take care of anyone, because I have the 10 here, which is like the 10 of swords, where you're picking up too much responsibility, and it's on the top of the leaf, which usually is talking about like growth. So other people are trying to get you to help them with their growth. Let's pull another message from the cards, because it kind of zoomed in on this group here, and I just don't feel like we're ready to go there yet. So the next card that is coming up is take a breath. I'm still here. So this is definitely something that you are going to be guided through. All right. So the biggest thing I see here is she is a sweetheart. And it was on top of the charm that I use for Ganesh. This is an elephant. It might be too hard to get it to come clear, but this is a little elephant. So I feel that Lord Ganesh is really wanting to work with you through some of the healing that is going on right now. So this is one that says life is a gift. I feel that you've not really had a moment when it's been like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this anymore, because your daughter is very motivating for you to be here. But I really feel that it's about you too. It's about you wanting to be here. It's about you wanting to have that life. And the other message is, after all this time. Wow, I really feel that when I read that, it was after all this time, I really understand you. I feel that your mom has more of an understanding of you than she was able to have before, and is understanding why you're doing the things that you're doing with your daughter, why you're doing the things that you're doing in your relationship, why you're doing, like, basically, it's like, I'm totally on board. I really get it. I know what you're doing. I want to be a part of it as well. All right, so that was the charm part of it. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to put these back in the charm box. And then we're going to do the next part, which the next part of the reading is going to be 6 messages from your mom. And then I'm going to do 1 message from your dad. Huh. He said he didn't want to go away without giving at least 1 message. Interesting. As we talked about, your dad is kind of salty about what he found when he was done here. All right, so we're going to go message 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And your dad wants to do his part alone. All right. I'm going to move this up. Okay, there we go. So message 1 is secrets. I left a few secrets. I think this is really interesting because I don't feel like they're bad secrets. I feel like they're things that you're going to find out along the way that are going to be like, wow, real connectors. It's going to connect you and your, I almost said granddaughter, your daughter. They're secrets for her, actually, and they're really good secrets. They're like ability secrets. Like, I know who you really are. Number 2. Friends. Call friends. No need to be alone. Now, I was having a really hard time with recording this and I started crying earlier, but this card actually came up in that other one too before I started. Like, your mom is super worried about you being alone. Isolating, and it's really getting to the point where your mom's like, you need to reach out to people. This is really like really, really, really strong, really, really, really clear. The third one is smile. I smile when you do. And I feel that the only thing that's really made you smile lately has been your daughter. And those are those kind of smiles that almost like slip out by accident. And normally, when your daughter makes you smile, it's because your mom is there making her smile. So she's very much a part of it. So the next one is peacefulness. I have found rest. So this isn't something where your mom is worried or has any problems. Your mom basically passed and was able to be like, oh, I understand so many things right now. And I feel that part of that, I mean, is because of the fact that she was kind of told, well, this is what happens when you pass away. And then was like, oh, no, it's not. Okay, I get it. Then all the other things I don't have to worry about either. The next one is stars. They twinkle when I smile at you. So I feel that smiling is a huge thing. Like your mom doesn't want you to fast forward through your mourning process, but she also realizes that life does move forward and that you are going to be able to feel her energy for a really long time. Your mom has actually decided to stay and be your daughter's spirit guide. So you will actually have interactions like with her, but ultimately she wants to be a guide for your daughter. So I would really, really, really encourage your daughter, like speaking to her. Your daughter has that ability. She already has been speaking to her, but you're going to want to be open to that happening. So then the next one is memories. Spend time with, whew, that one almost made me cry. Spend time with memories of us. You're going to start remembering things because she's going to start helping you. You're going to start remembering things that she did as a young mother that you really responded to as a kid. And she's going to be like, oh, yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that smile, look at that happy thing. Like, it's really super important to her that you spend time with those memories of you and her, because your mom actually taught you a lot of the things that she wanted to pass on because she lived them and she did them with you. And so she's like, I won't be there during the grow up part and the weddings and the graduations, but I need you to be able to remember the love that I gave you in those situations, because I will always love you and I will always be there. And as you look through our memories, you're going to see even more now how much those memories really mean. All right, so then let's go ahead and we're going to get a message from your dad. I'm going to mix these cards back in because I feel that there may be potential that they have some of the same messages. So I'm going to, because the fact that they were married for a while, I really feel like, oh, well, they are one energetically, or they spent time being one, and then they have some things that they need to say. So let's get his. He actually has more than one. Okay, so give me one moment. He wants more than one message because he wants to take part two. There's a lot more eagerness now. Can you feel that energy? There's oh, the energy of you as a child is very inviting. It's almost like memory. That was for both of you. Okay, so now we're gonna do 6 messages from him too. So let's do that. All right. I'll be very interested to see if they have similar messages. Also, sorry about the glare. I didn't really realize that before I got started. All right, so the first message from him, yeah, see, I kind of felt like this was going to happen. Friends, call friends. No need to be alone. This is literally the 3rd time this card has come out. So you really have people that want to connect with you, and both of them wanted to point that out. Card number 2, parties. I still never miss a party. I feel like this is really, I feel that birthday parties and those kind of parties, even though you didn't know this, were actually one of his most favorite times, because it felt like, yeah, I did it for another year and they're still here and I'm doing a good job. and he's going to be at all of the parties in the future. Forgiveness. I forgive you. That's very interesting. I feel that there is some things that you have been talking about to both of them. I feel that there's actually something about the passing that you kind of regret a little bit of, and that is a message between the two of you because there's no more information. The next one says, believe. Believe it is me. That's really funny because your dad didn't want to talk at all, and now it's like, oh, here we go. So the next message is never. I'll never stop loving you. The next message is regret. Live out your dreams. I feel like it's a very big message from him not to regret things that are going on, not to regret or look back at anything. So there needs to be a little more definition on I'll never stop loving you. What do you would like for that? Bear with me one moment. I didn't expect to read for your dad. He didn't want to. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to pull a few charms from your dad because I feel like earlier was your mom talking. Now your dad's all in, right? Okay, let's see. Okay. Wow, look at this. This is so cool. I feel like your dad's actually starting to believe about things. Can you see this? Believe. Believe. What did he say? Believe it is me. That's so cool. Sorry. I get excited when there's like clear messages. Yeah, see, this is the chakra for, or this is the charm for the throat chakra, which is like talking. He's like, yeah, believe me, it's me talking. I feel that he knows that your daughter is going to be a star. Your star is here twice. Now, this star says, oh, this star says, I love you. I feel like the guitar is really important. Music, being able to help. It's really interesting, too, because we have the train track here and a train going towards the word as she. So I feel that your dad really wants to, like, move things forward with your daughter towards her dreams. I actually feel that your dad, I know this is going to sound weird, but because your dad and I never talked. I graduated and moved before, so I didn't really connect with your parents. I just wasn't around at the time that they were. Your sister and I were really super close. We had a really good time. She was my secret Santa one time, I think. But I never really connected with your parents. So it's really weird because this is the charm for me. I am a Cancer and I put this one in there. It's for me. And this knife was like focused at it. And I feel an apology from your dad because I feel at first he was not happy with this idea and totally came around in an almost shocking way. So I'm really glad that I got to do that part because I didn't think that he was going to say anything but that one card. And even that, it seemed kind of reluctant. So, but believe, believe, believe it is me. So that is the message. All right. So then this next part that we're going to do is we're going to do some of the inner child oracle cards. These are the oracles of the inner child, where it's going to be like things that you need to take care of yourself with. This is focused solely on you. These are messages from your inner child to you about what you need and what you want. We're going to do 5 of these, or 6 of these, excuse me. Okay, I need you to take a big breath Take a moment. I know that was really big. Just take a moment. Let your shoulders relax. If you need to pause the video, that's okay too. Take a moment. Okay, so message number one is I need some time outside. So I feel that you need to spend some time outside in nature. Your inner child is definitely needing to be outside. The next one, oh, they're going to be all upside down. Let's do something playful. And I feel that this is a really good time for you to connect with your daughter. I was going to say it was all about you, but your daughter is part of your healing, very much so part of your healing. She's very open, so she's able to hear them as well. The next one is I need a nap. So this is like basic needs that your inner child is needing. So these aren't really like big, huge things. These are small things that you can do. Take a nap. Don't feel guilty. You're supposed to be doing this. Take a nap in a time that you need to. The next one is let's move forward. So there is some like moving forward that needs to happen. This is a difficult time and no one can tell you the time frame for grief. So if there is something that you're like, okay, I need this, go for it, do it, follow that intuition because it's totally your inner child giving you some guidance. The next one is let's go with the flow. Yeah, see, like right now, you are really needing to just kind of relax, allow your body to relax. Let's get another. So in what ways can you go with the flow? Ooh, that one just flew on the floor. Give me 1 second. So the way that you can go with the flow is showing as I need a clean, clear space. So I would definitely seek out someone who's able to assist you with this. I don't feel that you have the energy for this at all, but you're needing it. Okay. You need a hug. It's okay for you to ask for those hugs. It will not seem monotonous to other people. You're feeling kind of needy in this state, but it is not a needy thing. So go ahead and do it. And then the last one is showing as it doesn't matter who is looking. It is okay that you are having a difficult time. It is okay for you to tell other people. This is a huge, huge experience that is scary and lonely, and it happened early and it happened in a way that was shocking. And I feel that, it doesn't matter who's looking. Cry when you need to. Be happy when you need to. It's okay. Sometimes happy is going to sneak in there. And it's okay to be happy when you need to. Like, mourn in the way that you need to, because there is someone looking and it's your daughter. And she's learning and seeing what it's like to lose someone that's really important to her. So it doesn't matter who's looking. Don't try to be brave. Don't try to be strong. Don't try to be the person who gets to the end quickest. It's okay if this takes some time. Like, from the standpoint of having my degree in psychology, like, this is one of the big top 5 things that change your life, and you experienced it twice in a very short time frame. So this is something where you not ever gone through anything like this, and there is no preparation work and there is no right way or wrong way to do this. The biggest thing that you need to do, I feel, though, because it came out from both people, both parents, and when it came out in the other video while I was recording, is that you definitely, definitely need to reach out to people. Reach out to people that care about you. Excuse me. Reach out to people that have told you, please reach out to me. They meant it when they said it. And your mom was like, all those people, I was there for them and they want to be there for you too. Like, you were there for them. There are people that really care about you. And I know in some ways you kind of like, for protection, go into this like frozen state and almost like an emotional hibernation until you feel that you're safe enough to kind of unpack things. And there are people that really care about you who would be able to help you with unpacking those things because they've either been there before or because they care about you so much that they know that that is something that they need to do with you. All right. Well, I feel so happy that your dad wanted to participate. That was absolutely beautiful. I was not expecting that. But I really appreciate and thank you for trusting me to read for you, and I look forward to reading for you again.